So this is a little bit of a public service or public community announcement. I wanted to remind you because it's been a busy few months, and I wanted to remind you about something I spoke about. It was a couple of months ago now. I can't see you guys because I haven't got my glasses on, but hello there. Hi Ellie, how you going? I'll just put my sunnies down because it's just so hot here. So community and service announcement. A couple of months ago I talked about the personal tax cuts that were starting to come through, and I have noticed them in my pay. They've also come through in my husband's pay, and I'm sure that if you are you're on a salary or on your wage, you will have seen those tax cuts come through as well. So they were all part of the tax cuts that the Australian government has put through to help us with our stimulation as part of COVID. And they range from, I think the tax cuts range from around about $1,200 per year to $2,400 per year. So they're not hugest amounts, but they're certainly significant, and they're certainly, I always think about it's much better that I have them rather than the government has them. So what I want to talk to you about is what are you doing with that money from those tax cuts? Because if it's around about $1,200 a year, I think it equates to I don't know, is that about $20 a week, or a little bit more than $20 a week? So if that's the case, that $20 a week can go so quickly. I know with myself, if I have an extra $20, well, I don't have that much cash in my pocket these days, or my purse, I should say. But that $20 each week can go so quickly. And of course, if you are at the other end of the scale and your personal tax cut is around about $40 per week, that also can go so easily. However, that $20 and that $40 can really make an impact. You haven't got that money now already, so you weren't getting that before. So it's what I call like bonus money. So it's really important to do something with that bonus money. Previously I suggested, putting it into your emergency fund. This 2020 has shown us more than any other time that having an emergency fund is so important. Emergency fund. Putting it towards some savings, putting it towards some investments, putting it towards something that you really want, whether it's a holiday, whatever your family goals are. For us, what we have done is we've already set up our direct debits for our home loan, and we have put that extra money into our home loan. So that means that we don't even see it. It's just business as usual. And that's probably what I would strongly suggest for you guys. Get that money allocated somewhere to home loans, emergency fund, investments, savings, somewhere where it automatically goes. You don't even think about it, because when it stays in your bank account, it just fritters away and you end up wasting it anyway. So put it away straight away, and then it's all sorted. The other thing I just made a note of, I was going to share with you as well. So as I say, if you're a salary or a wage earner, at the end of this financial year, because of when the tax cuts came in, they didn't come in until October, November-ish or whatever, you'll have a few months there of when you lodge your tax return that you'll have a lump sum back. Once again, it just depends on what tax cuts you're on. But, it'll be at least a few $100 for you. So same thing, before you even have your tax return put in, think about where you want to put that money, because every dollar that comes into your house, you basically want to have it allocated. Because if you don't have it allocated, and that can be having it allocated to fun, or have it allocated to something that's exciting for you or your family, but have it allocated so that then it just doesn't get wasted. So already start thinking about those few hundreds of dollars that are going to come in when you do your tax return in the middle of this year, and have them allocated. And I think I will check in again in a week or two and just remind you, it'll be my friendly reminder of making sure that those personal tax cuts that you have received now in your pay, in your salary, have already been allocated somewhere, and they've been allocated to somewhere that is going to have, it's going to be something your future self will thank you for. Emergency fund, home loan or any of your loans, personal loans, credit cards even, savings or investments. put it into something like that, something where it's going to actually have a really positive impact, and because you won't have even missed it because it wasn't something you were counting on anyway. So that's my public service announcement for today. I'll come back in and remind you in a couple of weeks, and I'll check in on all of you guys. Set it up as a direct debit. It's done. It's automated. You don't even think about it. Have a great night.